Okay, so in this session, we're looking at how to draw a linear graph. Example 1. Suppose we have the linear graph. Example 1. Let's say we have the linear graph 4y is equal to 5x plus 8. And we wish to plot this graph. The first thing we'll do is express this equation in the form y equals mx plus c. So in order to do that, we need to make y the subject of the formula. So if we have 4y here, we need to divide the entire equation throughout by 4. So we'll have here y is equal to 5 over 4x plus 8 over 4. And then this will give us y is equal to 5 over 4x plus 2. Now this equation is of the form y equals mx plus c, where m, the gradient, is 5 over 4, and c, the y-intercept, is 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and plot this graph here. So we have y is equal to 5 over 4x plus 2. And we said that the gradient is 5 over 4, and the y-intercept is 2. So let's start. In plotting this graph, we have to start with the y-intercept, which is 2 here. So we locate 2 on our y-axis. Alright, that's this point here. Alright, so we have 1 point here. And after that, we are now going to look at the gradient. The gradient is 5 over 4. Alright. Alright, so we have 5 over 4 here. So what we're going to do is, since the numerator here, right, is positive, we're going to move 5 units upwards. Alright. And after we start, so we're starting from the y-intercept 2, we're going to move 5 units upwards, and then we're going to move 4 units across. Okay, so again, starting from our y-intercept, which is 2, 5 units upwards first. Alright, that's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to use 4 units. We're going to move 4 units across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we end at this point here. Okay, so we put our next point across here. Alright, and once we have our 2 points, we simply draw a straight line through the 2 points, and that will give us our graph of y is equal to 5 over 4x plus 2. So we're going to have something like this. Alright, so these are our 2 points, draw a line through it, and this is a graph of y is equal to 5 over 4x plus 2. So again, in drawing this graph, the first thing we start with is our y-intercept, right? Y-intercept here 2. Alright, so we have our y-intercept here at 2. Then we look at our gradient, which is 5 over 4. We start with the numerator. The numerator tells us how much units to use to move upwards or downwards. If the numerator is positive, we move that amount of units upwards. If the numerator is negative, then we have to move that amount of units downwards. Okay? Alright, in this case it is positive 5, so we're going to use 5, we're going to move 5 units upwards, and then the denominator, which is 4, tells us how much units we're going to move across. Okay? Again, it is positive, so we're going to move 4 units across to the right. So that's how we get to this point here. Right, and then our last step is to draw a line straight through the 2 points, and that will give us our equation, which is 5y is equal to 5 over 4x plus 2. Okay, Let's look at another example. Example number 2. Suppose we have to plot the graph or draw the graph of y. Let's say, alright, instead of y, let me use 4x plus 3y is equal to 12. Alright, we want to draw the graph of 4x plus 3y equals 12. First step is to rewrite this equation in form y equals mx plus c. So in order to do that, we need to make y the subject of the formula. So we have 3y, alright, we need to carry across the 4x. So positive 4x, if we carry it across, becomes negative 4x. Alright, and then we have plus 12. Okay, alright, again, we want to make y the subject formula. So we have 3y, so we need to divide the entire equation by 3. So divide by 3. 3y divided by 3 is 1y, minus 4x divided by 3 is minus 4 over 3x, plus 12 divided by 3 is 12 over 3. So this will give us y is equal to minus 4 over 3x plus 12 over 3 is 4. Okay, so here we have our equation. Y is equal to minus 4 over 3x plus 4. Alright, so as usual, we're going to start off with the y-intercept, which in this case it is 4. So we look for 4 on the y-axis. Alright, and put our point. Okay, so that will be here. Alright, then we look at the gradient 4 over 3 minus 4 over 3, and the numerator here is negative 4. So this tells us, starting from our point 4, which is the y-intercept, we're going to move 4 units. It's negative 4, so you're going to move 4 units downwards. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 units downwards. And then the denominator is 3, so you can move 3 units across. 1, 2, 3. 3 units across here. Alright? So our final point will be at 3 here. And once we have these 2 points here, we can simply draw a straight line through these 2 points. Alright? So this will be our equation. The graph of y is equal to minus 4 over 3x plus 4.